We have finally got a new persona for Jungle Off. Now, what the was going on with him burying a body in the desert and then riding out in a apparently hitchhiked limousine? It wasn't there when he was there. It didn't bring him. It pulled up after he was already out in the middle of the desert burying a body that we never saw on his entrance video.
And I'll discuss that in a second, and it was stupid, but it would have been a little more tolerable if the limo pulls up, the door opens, and there's Anna Jay's legs. Come on in, big boy. Let's go to the arena. Something to justify any of this. But no, it was, I guess, in a very theatrical fashion. They played the Jungle Boy music. They stopped it. He must have said, stop, play this. I gave them a video of him burying himself, Jungle
Jesus
Boy
Christ.
in the desert so we can move on to Beethoven's Fifth.
Well, I know. I hear the music and I'm looking at my notepad and petting Harley on the fucking belly. And suddenly I look up and this fucking idiot's in the desert burying an unknown corpse. And I'm like, they're very symbolic there, aren't they?
It's almost cruel burying Jungle Boy in the desert. Not the jungle.
Not the jungle.
The desert.
He should have been laid to rest in the Amazonian rainforest where cheetah could piss on him and fertilize the area and they could grow a whole new crop of Jungle Boys.
Tony's got a budget. It should have been Jack Perry in a helicopter throwing Jungle Boy into the rainforest.
There you go. They could add Darby Allin shoot it. Anyway, so he comes out now and he's got black leather on. And he looks a lot better as a person than the fucking, the loincloth, but he's still not very intimidating to look at because he's not that intimidating, but he looks better. But then as soon as I wrote a note that not very intimidating, did you see he got in the face of a 6-year-old boy in the front row and tried to fucking make him flinch and couldn't make the kid laughed at him?
Yeah. He actually made the move to make him flinch and the kid didn't even break.
Yeah, a 6-year-old. He wasn't as tall as the rail. And the 6-year-old was short himself. Anyway, so it was the FTW title on the line, another belt, this one actually not even officially recognized. We've gone over that a million times. And the confrontation between Hook and now Jack Perry. And Hook comes out, he acts like he doesn't give a shit, but in a good way. He's got the fucking demeanor, right? But at the same point, visually, instead of making either one of these guys special, Jungle Boy was special in terms of, as a babyface, he could be smaller than the heel, and at least if the heel beat him up, he could sell or whatever. And Hook's a small guy now himself because he's still young and not full grown, but goddamn it looks such smallness and youngness lookingness. This looked like, what was that mat rats they tried to do with teenage wrestlers in Calgary years ago? But nevertheless, it's for the younger crowd. So he's trying. He really is trying. Old Jack. He's trying to be a heel. I think he's approaching it like he approached being a babyface. He's playing a part rather than he's just a real natural fucking personality, but it's better. They did a ridiculous spot where Hook Northern Lights suplexed Jack off the apron to the floor. At least both of them sold. But goddamn, 10 seconds later, Jack was giving Hook a DDT on the floor. And then Hook beat the count. So they got to get that in there. I like Hook's style. I like his throws. I like his judo influence. This wasn't a rotten match as modern matches go with the psychology where you don't really have a fucking leader to ground it and play off of. Hook's got a great German suplex with a bridge. And then Hook went for another one. Jack grabbed the referee to distract him and mule kicked Hook in the balls, hit him with an elbow, and got a 2 count. So the balls don't work anymore. And then
The balls don't work anymore.
no, I don't mean his balls won't work now. I mean that doesn't work to kick somebody in the balls. And then Jack got the title belt and brought it in the ring, and the referee saw it plain as day, and they had a tug of war with it. Old Paul Turner, and then suddenly the referee turned away for no reason and went to yell at someone outside the ring that wasn't there. Just some awkward motion like, oh, I've got to be over here now. And Jack swings the belt, Hook ducks, grabs Jack, and they crush the referee in the corner. And now the referee is going to be dead from 275 pounders mashing him in the corner. And Hook suplexes Jack and covers him, but there's no referee. And then they have, I don't know whether they didn't walk through this, or I don't know whether just somebody thought it, but they have Hook go over, and it's like he's checking roadkill. He's just poking and shaking the referee like, come around. And he didn't take a fucking chair to the head. He was smushed in the corner. It might knock the breath out of him. His brain's still working. He can open his eyes and see. He can see the light. He's not been blinded by the light, ripped off like a deuce, another runner in the night. Not like that.
No. Thank
No.
God.
So Hook's trying to wake him up like an idiot, and it doesn't work. So then he turns around, and Jack hits him with the belt. Cover 1, 2, 3. So they haven't been beating Hook until they figure out a way to make him look like a moron and then beat him. What'd you think?
I think Manfred Mann and Bruce Springsteen should both sue. What did you think? I'm all for giving this a chance. Hollywood Jack Perry. Sunglasses, hair pulled back, douchebag, hates the fans, doesn't try to pick on a fan, tries to pick on a kid, and it backfires. But the music, what do you think of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony being used?
I don't understand.
It doesn't seem like it fits.
Well, it's not even, he's not Hollywood Jack Perry with a black leather jacket. He's one of Magnum TA's discarded sperm.
Magnum JP.
Yeah. You've got a guy who used to be Jungle Boy, who everybody knows is really the son of a Hollywood actor of some repute. But then when he switches heel, instead of being Hollywood Jack Perry, he's a kind of a biker, surly Jack Perry coming out to entrance music consisting of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. That makes, the Hells Angels, that's what they used to fucking play whenever they'd ride into town to cause chaos in them black leather jackets. Dun, 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 dun.
But that's the thing, like having some kind of grand music for a heel to be booed is one thing. The nature of the piece isn't really dun 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 dun, and then he comes out dun 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 dun, and then it takes a while to build, and it's all still happening.
Go ahead, it's still happening.
Like again, it works for like Claudio. You know what I mean? Like there's certain people it could work for.
What about a fifth of Beethoven? Walter Murphy.
The disco version?
There you go.
Memphis?
I'm just telling you. See, Walter Murphy's going to sue now. I think somebody ought to sue over that finish. But besides that, should we move on?
Yeah.